So, this journey began a long time ago, a very long time ago, and it wasn't an easy one to take. As you all know, there were lots of things at stake, a whole lot. And I thought to myself, how am I supposed to leave all these things? I kept hearing it. The voice was so strong and powerful. It was time. But I kept fighting it. I fought it so hard that even my pastor at the time was like, "Madam, can you just do this?" And I remember he always told me, he said, if you do not take this step now, I pray that it would not be too late by the time you're ready. But there was one thing I kept telling God. I said, I need to hear you. I told God, I said, I need to hear you. If you don't speak to me, I'm not moving. And then it got to a point, everything just started working against me. You know how God wants you to do something and He begins to, disorganize your life until you take that step. So a lot of things were going wrong, and then I did not have a choice than to run back to the same God, and ask questions. What's going on? And He said to me, you owe me something. And it was at that point I knew that, okay, it is time. But then I needed to separate myself. People see me now and they feel like, oh, she has just come back. It didn't just happen. I had a time of separation where I wasn't talking to anybody. I didn't know what was going on in the world. I don't know if you remember, I was off social media at the time. I wasn't even speaking to my family. I wasn't speaking to anybody. And it was a very tough time for me. Because I had to do a lot of things that I wasn't used to. I had to pray. I had to study. I had to fast for 40 solid days. The journey was so hard. I was like, God, I can't do this. I need your strength. Because during the time in the camp, I actually went on the mountain. And I started to just fall in love with Jesus. Every single day, I was falling in love with Him. And I did not want to leave. And He kept making it easy. But something happened. Something happened towards the end. I think it was on the 37th day. So I was meant to do an Esther fast. No water, no food for 3 days. So that day, we started the fast and I felt like I was going to die as at 7 p.m. At that time, I couldn't move. I couldn't stand. I couldn't move my hands. I couldn't do anything. And I was like, God, I'm dead. Who sent me message? But at that point, I just started praying for strength. I started praying for grace. And I said, I couldn't have gone this far to stop now. I can't even go back now. It's not possible. I need to finish this. And then from nowhere, the strength came. But then I had to step out. Something happened to me. I stepped out of the room and I went to the very, very top of the mountain. I was actually praying at the very, very top of the mountain. And then at some point, I got depressed. I wanted to leave. I wanted to go home. And that voice said to me, what are you doing here? You've just been suffering yourself here. Like I was wearing the same set of clothes. I wasn't eating, nothing. I wasn't used to the life. It was very strange. So the voice started reminding me of how I was wasting my time. And that voice moved me to the very cliff of the mountain. I was at the edge. And I was looking at the whole city. And the voice told me to jump. And I looked at myself like, it's true. They won't even let me out of this place. What the hell am I doing here? And then I kept moving. The voice kept telling me, you have to jump. Just end this thing here and now. So I stretched out my hands. I just wanted to feel how far, I was going to fall. And then my hand touched something. It was like a barricade. I didn't even see it. It was very dark. There was no light. There was a barricade. It was at that point, I was going to jump, and then I heard someone calling me. I heard someone calling my name. And that was when I moved back. And the woman who was in charge of me there, she called my phone and she said to me, God has been asking me to call you. And she said, is there anything wrong? I said, no, nothing is wrong. She said, are you sure? I said, nothing is wrong. She actually knew that I was going to jump. And then she was telling me how the devil just wanted me to end it. How the devil knew how beautiful the journey was going to be. And just wanted me to end everything right there. He knew how, by my testimony, by my words, how lives are going to be liberated, how people are going to be, how the bound will be free. And that was a confirmation for me that this is the time to actually do this. I'll tell you another story of how this journey started. The first time I stepped into the camp, prayers were going on. I walked into the camp, and then the woman was saying, begin to pray. Begin to pray. There was so much prayers going on. And then I closed my eyes and I was praying. I was praying so hard. And then I saw myself in a court of law. It felt so real. I closed my eyes. I was in a court of law. And there was this accuser on the other side facing me. And the guy was saying a lot of things to the judge. I was telling the judge how this one is a sinner. I was telling the judge how do not even think of pardoning this one. Like, there is no way out. She has done this, and that. And trust me, those things that were being listed that I did, they were not things that I didn't do. Those things were not lies. They were for real. And he kept accusing me so much that I cried. I cried so hard that I started to cry in real life. I was crying. All my hands were wet. My face, my body was wet. I was crying so much. I didn't even know what was happening to me. And this guy accused me so much. And, it got to that point where I just waited for the judge's verdict. You know how you know you are so guilty? You just be like, oh yeah, kill me now. And we waited for the judge. And the judge said, case dismissed. And the judge dismissed the case. So Sometimes this journey has not been an easy one. Sometimes I see or I hear some things that people say, and I be like, you don't even know. You don't even know how far I've had to walk. I'm here now, and I'm not going back. There is nothing anyone can do about it. There is no going back from here. I've gone too far. And the truth is, it's not like I've not been a Christian all my life. I've been a Christian for the longest. But this experience is different. It is not the usual. You know, when someone is telling you, give your life to Christ, be born again. That's different. I grew up hearing all of that. Be born again, give your life to Christ. This is different because by myself, I've said I want to give my life to Christ. So nobody is cajoling me to. That's why I said I'm here now, and there is nothing you can do about it. All you can do is talk. So while moving on, I said, if you really want me to do this, you have to give me the songs. I'm not going to write any song. That's the only way you can confirm to me. And then, at that point, a song dropped in my heart. Because I said to him, this is you. I'm not going to do this without you. I'm not going to move without you. If you're not going with me, I'm not moving. Anything you say, I will do. Anywhere you want me to go, I will go. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not a celebrity Christian. This is just pure love for God. And I cannot emphasize it enough. And the song said, wherever you go, I'll go. Whatever you say, I'll do. Jesus, the Son of God. Jesus, the Son of God. Wherever you go, I'll go. Whatever you say, So I said, anywhere he leads me, I'll go. It's not about the money. This is not about money. This is not about fame. This is about Jesus. Jesus, the Son of God. Wherever you go, I'll go. Whatever you say, I'll do. Jesus, the Son